Hey guys, so today I'm making Sunday dinner. So for dinner today, I'm gonna be making baked mac and cheese, and I'm also making fried chicken with some fried green plantains and a simple green salad on the side. So let's get started with today's recipe. Okay guys, so to prepare today's dinner, the first thing you want to do is to season the chicken. Okay, so wash, clean your chicken, and then season it with the following seasonings: onion powder, garlic powder, salt, black pepper, ground cumin, paprika, and mix all of that seasoning in with the chicken wings. And then you want to also add in some green seasoning. Okay, so I have a recipe on my YouTube channel already for green seasoning. I'll link it down below. So I just made a fresh batch of it, and I'm just gonna add a few tablespoons in with the chicken wings, mix it in with the wings really well. Then you want to cover the wings and put it back into the refrigerator to marinate for about 1 hour, at least 1 hour. Okay, and while the chicken is marinating, we're gonna start cooking the pasta for and making our baked mac and cheese. All right, so first thing to do is to put a pot of water on the stove and let it come to a boil. Add in the pasta. I'm using Elbows pasta. All right, let that cook following the package directions until the pasta is al dente. Okay, then just remove the water and set the cooked pasta aside in a pot. Okay, and now let's start making the cheese sauce for our baked mac and cheese. Dice up some onion, a little bit of onion, and mince a few cloves of garlic. And then you want to get your frying pan or a saucepan. Once it's nice and hot, add in a few tablespoons of butter, and then you're gonna add in the onion and garlic, and you want that to cook for about 3 minutes. Let it start to caramelize just a little and get nice and soft. So after 2 to 3 minutes or so, you're gonna go in and add in some flour and mix the flour in with the butter and the onion and garlic. And you want that to cook for about 2 more minutes. Let the flour cook a little bit and turn a nice light brown color. Don't let it turn dark brown on you. Okay, you just want it to turn light brown, a kind of blonde color. After that, you're gonna add in your heavy cream. So sometimes when I'm making mac and cheese, I use heavy cream, and sometimes I use half and half. It really just depends on my mood. Honestly, both works perfectly fine. I just feel like heavy cream gives it a more creamy. And so yeah, today I'm using heavy cream. So you want to add in your heavy cream or half and half, and then use a whisk to mix the heavy cream with the roux, okay, the flour mixture, until it's very well blended and combined. So next you're going to wait for the sauce to start coming to a slight boil, and while you're waiting for it to start bubbling just a little, you don't want it to boil all the way, you're gonna season the sauce a little bit with black pepper. You could add a little bit of salt, but just be careful with the salt because you're adding cheese, and then we're also gonna add salt in the macaroni later on, so just be careful. Right here I only added some black pepper, and then you're gonna start adding in the cheese. So for my baked mac and cheese, I like using a blend of Mexican cheese, and also sometimes I mix in sharp cheddar cheese. Mozzarella cheese is a good one to use here as well. Okay, so I add in 2 8-ounce packets into the sauce. You want to add in the cheese, and then use your pot spoon to mix the cheese with the sauce until it's well blended and until it's melted. Okay, as fast as it's melting, you're gonna like blend the cheese with the sauce until it's nice and creamy and thick. If the sauce starts to boil on you, you want to turn it off or put it on extremely low heat because you don't want the cream to burn on you. Okay, so yeah, back to the cheese. I add about 2 8-ounce packets of cheese in the mac and cheese. Sometimes I'll add 3. It all depends on my mood. You could add the 3rd packet straight into the cooked pasta after you add the sauce. All right, so once the sauce is finished, we're gonna go to our pasta, the macaroni, and I'm gonna season it up a little bit, and I'm seasoning it with a little bit of salt, not too much, some black pepper, onion and garlic powder, and then you want to mix that seasoning into the elbow macaroni really well. Okay, and next I'm gonna add in the cheese sauce we just made. So pour all of that sauce into the macaroni. Give it a good mix until the pasta is fully coated with the cheese. Okay, and before you pour the mac and cheese into your baking dish, you want to taste the mac and cheese and make sure it's perfectly seasoned. Okay, so taste it and see if you need to adjust the salt or the black pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, whatever. Make sure it's tasting good. Then you're gonna get your baking dish, spray it with some non-stick cooking spray first, or you can use butter, either one works, and then pour the baked mac and cheese into the baking dish. So spread it out evenly in the baking dish. You want it to be a nice even layer. Use your pot spoon to level it, and then we're going to top it off with some more cheese. So just sprinkle some on top of it. Add a nice good layer of the cheese and preheat your oven to 375 degrees, and then you're going to put the mac and cheese into the oven to bake until it's nice and bubbly and golden brown. And that should take about 30 minutes, 25 to 30 minutes, you guys. And once it's nice and golden brown, you're finished making the mac and cheese. Okay guys, so while my mac and cheese is baking, I'm gonna start frying my chicken. All right, so in a Ziploc bag I added about 2 cups of flour, and in the little measuring cup I added some seasonings to season the flour. So I added a little bit of onion powder, garlic powder, salt, black pepper, ground cumin, and paprika. Basically the same seasonings I used to season the chicken. I added it in the flour also. All right, and I placed that in my large Ziploc bag, and you want to mix it up a little bit, and then I'm just gonna place the pieces of seasoned chicken into the bag with the flour. So yeah, place all of the chicken wings in the Ziploc bag and then give it a good shake. Make sure the wings are fully coated with the flour mixture, and after it's fully coated, you're gonna get ready to fry the wings. Okay, so get your frying pan nearby, get it nice and hot. Then we're gonna add in some oil. Add a good amount of oil in the pot to fry the chicken wings. Okay, and then once the oil is nice and hot, you're gonna place the wings in the pot and let it fry until it's nice and golden brown on the first side. Then we're gonna flip it to the other side. So it should take about, I want to say, about 6 minutes on each side. Okay, because chicken wings isn't that thick. So yeah, until it's nice and golden brown, and then you flip it to the other side, finish cooking it, and once it's fully cooked, you're gonna remove it from the oil. So once the wings is finished frying, you're gonna get a plate lined with paper towel and place them on that. Okay, that's to help soak up the extra oil. And yeah, that's it for frying chicken wings. It's a very simple, easy recipe, and it's absolutely delicious. It comes out crispy and just perfect. Okay, so let's go back to the baked mac and cheese. It's finished baking, and look at it. It looks nice and bubbly and golden brown. It's gonna be delicious. So yeah, you guys, you can set the baked mac and cheese aside, set your fried chicken aside. We're basically finished making the main course of today's dinner. So all we're gonna make right now is our fried green plantains and then a simple green salad, and we're done. Easy dinner. Okay guys, so to make the fried green plantains, how I do mine is I cut off both ends of the plantain, and then you want to make a few slits going down the plantain. Okay, I'm using my knife and I'm just making a few slits going down the middle, and then you're gonna just peel it off. So once the skin is off, you're gonna take the plantain and you want to cut it into circles. So, and then we're gonna fry them up. Add some oil in the frying pan, and once it's nice and hot, you're gonna place the plantains into the hot oil and let it fry until it gets lightly golden brown. You don't want it to get like completely golden brown. and then we're gonna flip it to the other side. So, and once both sides is lightly golden brown, you don't need the plantains to be fully cooked yet, you're gonna remove it from the oil. I'm using this thingy right here. I got it from my local supermarket, and I think they might be available on Amazon as well, and it's used to smash the green plantains before we refry them again. Okay, it's lovely. I love it. So all you do is you place the piece of plantain inside of it, and then you press it down until it crushes it, and then you have tostones. If you don't have this, it's totally fine. All you do is you use like a bottle or a cup or something, and you place it on like your cutting board and crush it that way. Okay, so once you're gonna crush all of them, and then what we're gonna do is place them back into the hot oil and fry it for a second time, this time until it's nice and perfectly golden brown. Don't burn them for maybe about 3 minutes or so, and then remove them from the oil, place them on a paper towel so the extra oil can drip, and then I add some salt while they're dripping on the paper towel. I sprinkle in some sea salt, mix that in with the fried plantains, and they're absolutely delicious by themselves. Okay guys, so set the fried green plantains aside, and let's make our last side for today's dinner. So I'm using a spring mix. I got it from my supermarket, making it simple so I don't have to cut any lettuce or anything today. And I'm gonna place that in my bowl. Then I sliced up some tomatoes and some red onions. I'm gonna add that into the bowl as well. And the last thing I'm gonna add is some avocados that I sliced up also. You could add other ingredients to your salad. Make it however you like making your salad. Like you could add cucumbers or whatever you like. Okay, so a simple salad. Everyone can take their own servings and then add their favorite dressing to the salad on their plate. Okay, so simple, delicious, to the point. And we're finished making Sunday dinner for today, guys. So the baked mac and cheese and the fried chicken is gonna be so delicious that you don't need any more hard work in the kitchen today. All you need is a light simple salad to go with the baked mac and cheese and the fried chicken. And yeah, you guys, that's it. Now all that's left to do is to make a plate, and that's it for today's dinner, you guys. That's it for today's recipe. Happy Sunday. Even if you're watching this and it's not Sunday, this is the perfect meal to make for your loved ones, and I'm sure they'll appreciate it. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you give the recipe a try. If you do, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.